Timer's ticking. Last chance to hit those likes. Let's get the party started. Turn down your speaker. Turn down your speaker, I'm warning you. Yeah! What's going on, everybody? I see everyone in here today. What's up, your mom? Keith, Mike, Rudy, Dion, Nola, Drunk Bear, Big Dog, Lifa. What's going on, guys? Drew. Who else is in here? Let's go. Let's jump out of the stream, man. We're drinking coffee. We're watching some stuff here. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up.
Nope.
I love how that nope just goes off every single time. I'm just going to leave it. It just fits the stream at this point, man. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Everyone say yo in the chat this morning, man. So Bitcoin got a little rise to 17K. Did we really go anywhere? Absolutely not. Another day, another Bitcoin move up. We got a car going absolutely nuts out here this morning, man. The whole morning, nothing. It goes off. They turn it off. Goes off again. So here we are. Here in this beautiful morning over here in New York as cars going nuts. We got ambulances going nuts and everything in between this morning. Dion, it's the People's Channel. It's the People's Channel. Holy Lord, I think every channel is the People's Channel, no? I hope so, at least. Especially after the shit show we've been through with Sam Bankman-Frizzle and FTX and everything in between. I think we need more people. I don't know. Ah, man. That's some delicious coffee. And now we got more ambulances going down. Holy moly, man. You can't make this shit up. Anyways, guys, where's Bitcoin? Well, I wanted to wait a little bit for more people to come in this morning, but man, Let's see what we got going on. So Bitcoin got a little wick up to 17,128. Did we go anywhere? Absolutely not, my friends. We basically went up to the previous highs where we've gotten a few rejections the last couple days. You know, we basically just got to rise up to resistance, 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 resistance. And that's pretty much where we are at the moment. Now, we'll look at a few things on what we could expect. I think the big news this morning was that the PPI actually came out less than expected. So U.S. producer prices rise less than expected in October. Look at these juicy fruits. Holy moly. I would nail that green pepper, that red pepper, that yellow pepper, that lemon. And what is this? What is this? What is this right here? I can't think of the word. What is this, guys? Help me. Help me before I look really, really dumb. But you got the PPI came in less than expected. So you saw a little bit of a rise in stocks today, right? Which pulled up Bitcoin a little bit. Has Bitcoin really gone anywhere? Absolutely not, like we said, right? So a little bit of a rise up. Someone help me out on that fruit, man. I feel like I'm having a little bit of a brain fart this morning. I haven't had my third coffee. He said fruits. They're not even fruits. They're not even fruits. They're vegetables. That's the best. That's the best. Everything is a Dito. Everything's a red Dito, man. Zucchini. Thank you, Neil. It's not even a fruit. It's a damn vegetable. Holy shit, guys. What's the bear market done to us here? Smiles, what's going on, buddy? Hey, brother. Missed you. Real quick, can you check Solana? Any chance it will drop below $10 anytime soon? Waiting with cash on the sideline to buy back in. Listen, to be honest with Solana, I think there's for me, if Bitcoin drops to 14K, which I think is certainly a possibility at this point, if not more likely than it going to the upside at this point, I think you can definitely see a $10 Solana, in my opinion. I know that sounds absolutely crazy, and to think back a couple months ago, $10 Solana, that would be crazy. But here we are, not too far away. So I would not count that out whatsoever. You know, I think, you know, $15 and below, not a bad long-term buy. I think, you know, obviously people are going to say it's going to go to 5, it's going to go to 1. You know, the bar always gets pushed down. But I do think a $10 Solana is certainly possible here. That we'll talk about, right? So what do we get? So we got to rise up on the NASDAQ futures this morning, right? So the NASDAQ futures were up like 3%, right? S&P was up like 3%. Really, really nice day after we got the PPI data this morning, which was freaking awesome. Now, we got to have a little bit of a caution, right? Because now the NASDAQ, and I'm just going to talk about the NASDAQ real quick to just get it over with. The NASDAQ is approaching some key levels that we've been watching, right? So we're back up to that 0.5 retracement. Now, I will say that that's usually not where the NASDAQ tops out on these moves. If you actually look at where it's topped out on these moves, after breaking these little short-term downtrends of resistance, right? Like we have one here, breakout, we had one here, breakout, we had one here, breakout. It seems like it usually comes up to the 618. So you see from this swing high to this swing low, we got the rise to the 618, which was also this downtrend of resistance. And if we actually bring up a Fibonacci here, from this swing high to this swing low, you'll notice that the NASDAQ also came up to the 618 on this rise up as well. So you'll notice that right now we're at the 0.5 retracement. I do think this has a little bit more upside, which hopefully can at least drag Bitcoin up a little bit to get a little bit more juice out of these long positions, or if you bought 16K levels, you know, get a little bit more juice out of this, you know, before potentially the next leg down. Because typically the NASDAQ retraces that 618, retraces to that downtrend of resistance. You also got the 200-day moving average coming in here, and then it starts to come back down. So typically, what we've seen. So hopefully the NASDAQ has a little bit more juice. I do think it has a little bit more juice up to that 618 retracement here. But hey, kill me if I'm wrong. It is what it is. So that's what we saw today. And also the DXY got pooped back down to the downside after a green day yesterday. Now it's retracing a little bit. Like I said, the CPI data came out. You got an initial reaction. It dropped like 1.2% at the highs there. But now it's retracing a little bit. So this is the big level I'm looking for the DXY to break. Here we go, man. You can't make this shit up, bro. But no, right here. We're looking for this. Obviously, this previous resistance, and support. This could be a level where the DXY gets a retracement back up, right? Right in this 104 to 105 region. Watch this level like a hawk if you're watching the DXY, man. Watch it like a hawk. Anyways, let's get off that shit and let's talk some crypto. As is Jabba's Lambo getting repoed out there? Holy moly. I think Jabba's Lambo is getting liquid. Oh my god. Jabba's going nuts outside right now, guys. We'll see him tonight. He's going to be very, very upset right now. Looks like Jabba over-leveraged his Lambo a little bit like Sam Bankman-Fried over-leveraged his crypto assets, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean, Jelly Bean. Crypto Ball said, my mom texted me asked if okay. Said she heard on the news Bitcoin went bankrupt. You're probably going to be hearing a lot of that shit, man. Bitcoin went bankrupt. Bitcoin this. Ethereum this, you know. The Ethereum founder sold Ethereum. All this shit you're going to hear in the news. That's the best times about this stuff, right? They wonder about you and they worry about you. In reality, you're buying more. You can't make this shit up. Anyways, let's see what's going on here for Bitcoin. So this was basically the chart we were looking at yesterday, guys. We were looking at, all right, the breakout of resistance. We sort of said, okay, there's a lot of liquidity up here because a lot of people went short from this region down, right? A lot of people went short on this vector candle here. You got a giant wick up to the upside here. Will they bring the price up before dumping it back down? Now, you could argue this is the little price move up, right? And I think what we sort of said yesterday, we were around here last night. We sort of said Bitcoin was going to get a rise up. How high they rise it, that's anyone's guess at this point, right? But how high do they rise it before dropping it back down? That is the big question, and that's sort of why we're here. We're still getting a little resistance on this sort of point here in the charts where Bitcoin struggled with since really Saturday, right? It just rejected back to the low, rejected back to the low, rejected. Now, I personally think this resistance will break to the upside, right? Because I look here and I say, okay, Bitcoin's got higher highs. It's got higher highs than the RSI in the 2-hour time frame, the 1-hour time frame. I don't see any bearish divergence on the 1-hour time frame. I don't see any bearish divergence on the 4-hour time frame. And when I look at this, I want to see some type of bearish divergence if I'm going to look for a major rejection off this level here. All right. I know we're finding rejection right now, and I know it's like, oh my God, look at that rejection, man. But I think we go back to the 2-hour time frame and we say, okay, we're just coming back down to retake this vector candle before we actually get that rise up. That's what I'm looking for here. Right? I still do think they rise this. Right? How high do they come up? They can come up to 17,500. They can come up to 18K for all I know. But I do think a rise up, if their plan is to move it back down, makes sense first. And I'm gonna stand by that, especially with hopefully the DXY continuing slightly lower here and the NASDAQ having a little bit more upside. To me, that paints the picture perfectly of Bitcoin getting a slight rise up, the NASDAQ getting a slight rise up, the DXY getting a slight rise down, and then they pop that shit. Pop that shit. Right to the downside, right? So at this point, I still remain neutral. If anything, sideways action seems more likely to me at this point. But, you know, all in all, here's where we're at. Here's where we're at. We're getting some good altcoin moves today, which is really, really nice. We'll check out altcoins in a bit. But that's my thought process, at least for the short term for Bitcoin. Now, there's some juicy stuff in the daily chart, which we'll look at, right? I'm going to go over some different things about, okay, what would make the price bullish for Bitcoin, right? And then, you know, obviously the price right now is still bearish at the moment, right? So, but what would make the price bullish on, say, the daily time frame or the weekly time frame? We'll look at that in a second. Right now, you got to still look at it as, okay, we broke the lows. Still looking a little shady out there. Let me see what you guys are saying right here. Interest rates to the moon. Interest rates to the moon, my friend. Interest rates to the moon. Feet picks. Let me see. I feel a FOMO coming on. Help. Keith's feeling FOMO? Keith, why are you feeling FOMO, man? Price isn't even moving up. That's how sad it is. Like, we get a 2% move and people get the little urge to FOMO. It's hilarious. Anyways, let's go to the daily chart. Let's stick to the daily chart today, all right? Let's get a little juicy on the daily chart, right? I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling the daily chart really, really nice right now. All right, what do we want to see? Right now, Bitcoin's range locked between 16K and 17.6, right? We've only been here for a few days. But, you know, down, up, down, up. We got a range. Bitcoin's painted a nice range. If anything, we can take it. All right, cool. We got 17.6 as a big resistance level. We got 16K as a big support level. We play the range until it breaks. If you're trading, I guess, and that's sort of the way we roll right now. So if Bitcoin does get a move up today, 17,600 is the big resistance for me. Why? That's the previous low wick from back here in June. Okay, and that was sort of where we closed the other day. You see right here, you can't make this shit up. We closed exactly at that level back here, back in June. That's where we closed on Thursday last week. Boom, right there, and then we got pushed right back down. Now, here's what we need to see. And this is my thought process, guys. Like, if we want, because this, I see more people calling the bottom again. If we want Bitcoin to be bullish here, I'm going to give you guys my thought process. If we want Bitcoin to be bullish, this is the only way that we do it. And you can see the title of the stream right now. Bitcoin has got to reclaim this if it wants to be have any semblance of this being like any close to the bottom, which I don't think it is, but this is the semblance, okay? Here's what we need to see. And we're going to keep this very, very simple. Until Bitcoin reclaims the previous lows, right, spanning from about 18,600 to 19K, there ain't nothing bullish. There ain't nothing bullish. And this is coming from someone, man, I would love the price went up right now, but there ain't nothing bullish until we break back above these lows, man. Because any move up could just be a rejection from the previous lows just to get popped right back down, right? just to get popped right back down. And we know right now we're waiting in the dust. You guys are sick of the dust reference, but I'm going to keep bringing up the dust reference. Right now, we are sitting in the dust, right? We got our pistols out like this, waiting in the dust. In one hand, we got the DCA. In the second hand, what do we got, guys? What do we got? We got a blank gun. So right now, we don't know which one to shoot. We don't know if the other side of the dust, we got a friend. We don't know if we got an enemy at the other side of the dust, right? We don't know if to shoot the gun with the DCA or shoot the gun that's empty. We don't know right now. We got to let the dust settle. And the dust is still settling, all right? How do we get out of the dust? Well, we get out of the dust either by going down to 14K, which should be a big support level because everyone's looking at 14K. Probably have a lot of buyers at 14K. Or Bitcoin reclaims the previous lows. Right now, we are in the dust. And the dust is slowly dissipating, which is really, really nice. Really, I'm going to piss you guys off with the dust reference. I really, really am. I really am going to piss you guys off with the dust reference. When Melissa thumbnail... you don't want a Melissa. I don't think anyone would click on the video if Melissa was on the thumbnail, man. Not one person would click on it. Let's see. You know BTC is going to break that resistance line, get above you little red box, and then move back down. Mr. Hart, don't be telling me that, man. Don't be telling me that. And this is what I'm looking for, guys. And I know this is sort of, and this is just the hypothesis here. Really, the only way this could be anywhat bullish, and I'm still not convinced. I'm still not convinced. Maybe it's any type of, even if Bitcoin gets back above here, I'm going to be very, very vigilant here because maybe that's disbelief. Like if Bitcoin was to come up and break 19K or really 18.5, 19K and get back up here, could you look at this as some sort of spring? I would be very, very cautious with that. All right, but this is the type of price action that you usually see at the top. It's just flipped, right? If you inverse this looks like a little bit of a distribution, right? You basically got a low, you got a slight deviation of the low. If you're able to reclaim here, that's called a deviation, okay? And this last leg down like this is meant to get everyone out of the market, get a bunch of fear, right? We broke the lows, holy shit, and then they bring it right back up. This is the only way that we could look at this bullish. And anything besides this is not going to be. Now, what I did, I for fun, right? A little bit of fun so we have something else to talk about, okay? I took basically the 2021 highs where we had this massive distribution period over here. You see this massive distribution here? Basically what I did is I took it and I flipped it over, okay? And the only way that I could see Bitcoin forming some type of bullish structure is if Bitcoin gets basically a low, a low, a low, basically gets that sip right back up, that sip, guys, I really want to take a drink of coffee if I say sip, gets that push back up, is able to hold this as support again, okay? And then you get, obviously, that ends up being the spring. That's the only way this ends up being bullish. Anything besides that, you still got to look towards the downside, my friend. But you can see the price structure, right? A low, you get a second low, you get that deviation low, and then you sort of see something like that. Even with that, I'd be very, very cautious because we go to the daily chart. There is a vector candle up here, right? You see this one right here? Spanning back up to 19K to about 20,500. There is that vector candle up there. So there is liquidity up there to take. So as always, if they push it back up to the upside, and this is if, we're just doing a hypothetical this morning. If they do, and they reclaim this, but then they push it right back down, you need to find support here, man. You can't just come back up here and dump straight back down, because then that would be invalid. But we'll watch. We'll watch and see what happens. It's just a hypothetical, and I like looking at hypotheticals sometimes. It's sort of fun rather than just looking, okay, we got this, it is what it is. And the other thing that would sort of support that theory is look at the volume that came in on this dump, man. That is some serious volume. I'm pretty sure, we talked about this the other day, this was the highest volume ever. Yeah, this was the highest red volume ever on Coinbase ever recorded, okay? And it was the same thing for Binance. The highest volume ever recorded on Binance. Absolutely insane shit. So let's see what happens. This is the bullish hypothetical. But we're still letting the dust settle right now. I'm still staying somewhat neutral. And even if that did happen, I would still be in disbelief. I'm not going to lie. I would be. I would be in disbelief, my friends. All right, let's take a sip of coffee. And then let's talk about some other shit going on. Right? Because let's see how the stock markets are doing. Stocks are up a pretty good amount. So 2% on the NASDAQ, 1.7% on the S&P this morning. It's great. The faster it falls, the faster it rises. That is normally true, Keith. I mean, after most capitulation candles like that with high volume, usually do end up seeing a retracement back to the upside relatively shortly after. All right. I mean, if you don't believe me, I mean, I'm just going to show you what's happening in the charts every single time you see a giant capitulation candle, right? So giant capitulation candle right here. What does the market do, right? Everyone gets super bearish. Market moves back up. Right here, May, super bearish. What happens? Market moves back up. All right. We can go back to all the times. December 2018. This one actually moved slightly lower. But shortly after, market moves back up. March of 2020, capitulation candle, market moves back up. It doesn't have to be like a full-blown bull market. It just means that the market usually retraces that candle at least a little bit, you know? So you could argue that we're retracing a little bit right now. If you want to be fair, you certainly could do that. But, you know, that's where we're at. We just said, okay, Jordan, I said I'm all in. No, we have the levels to watch. We need to reclaim 19K. We need to hold it as support. That could be a long time. But until then, I'm remaining a little bit cautious in these areas, guys. All right, what else? Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Gotcha, I've never even attempted trading. I'm just holding for now. Dude, to be honest, holding is going to outpace most traders, man. Because I'm going to be like, holding for the long term is going to outpace most traders. Most people trade and they lose all their hodl stack trying to trade it. When you could just hold into the next bull market and you'll be good. You know what I mean? You don't realize that now, but it is true. Anyways, let's see what else we got going on. So the Bitcoin weekly, I mean, we're just kind of stuck between, you know, a little bit of a range right now. I mean, the levels I'm really watching, the 14K region right here, the 16K region, and the 18.7K region, right? These are the three levels I'm watching on the weekly. We got to bounce up the 16K. Now we're deciding what we want to do here. What do we want to do? Do we want to rise back up and retest the underside of this? You know, formation here, right? Retest and then continuation down. Does the market just want to say, screw that, we want to capitulate lower? That's what we're waiting for right now. I think there's There's a lot of interesting things going on right now, like with the stock market coming up. I just worry that if the NASDAQ comes up a little bit more, retest this trend line, and then starts to come back down, and the DXY really starts to go back up again, man, it's not going to be great for Bitcoin, right? And you got to stay cautious with that. Bitcoin's still getting resistance here on this little resistance box that we have here. This 3 pinged resistance box. I'm just kidding. XRP settlement could be any time, but estimated around March next year. XRP lawsuit sentiment. Yeah, I mean, if you look over here, right? There was this rumor yesterday, and we talked about this yesterday. There was this small little rumor that the SEC versus Ripple settlement was expected tomorrow, which was today. But this was shot down by Fox News. This was shot down by everyone involved. Shot down by a spokesperson at XRP. So this caused a pump up on XRP yesterday, but yeah, everyone involved basically said that it wasn't true and it was a mistake. But it seems like a pretty weird mistake. Like, why would you even make that headline? You know what I mean? It doesn't even make sense. So we shall see what happens with that. I mean, XRP is up a little bit more today. Nothing crazy, but it was up like 11% yesterday on the day. You're right at resistance though. Right? So XRP, resistance. It's probably waiting to see if that rumor was true. But that's a big reason why XRP got that karate chop. Pa! Back to the upside. I guess a karate chop back to the upside now is what we're going with. Guys are so weird, man. Predictive programming. Could be a little predictive programming too. That's definitely the facts. Drew said, we've been hearing XRP settlement soon for so damn long. It's going to happen randomly. They aren't going to give retail a heads up about it. Absolute facts. So, I mean, it's interesting. So every time I see the price move up like this, it makes me think, okay, is it going to happen soon? Like when it came up like this, there was a lot of rumors, man. Now all of a sudden you're getting some rumors again. The price starts to move back up. But yeah, Drew, you're absolutely right. Like, it's gonna be a time where the price action just looks so shitty, and that's when they rise it back up. Could it be now? Maybe. I mean, the price action looked shitty a couple days ago. Maybe that was people taking advantage of the lows before it goes to the moon. I don't know. Who knows, man? XRP is like a freaking guessing game casino at this point. You know. Like every time it comes down to 30 cents, I mean, that seems to be the move to scoop some up down there. I didn't scoop any up down there. But if it goes back down there, I keep saying that I keep saying if XRP goes back to 30 cents, I'm going to scoop some up. But I never seem to pull the trigger, man. I'm a bottom dweller on XRP. You could definitely call me a bottom dweller on XRP. I don't know what I'm waiting for. Maybe 22 cents or something. So I don't know. It just never seems right to pull the trigger on XRP for me. But it always seems right to pull the trigger on Ethereum for me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just brainwashed. You never know, man. All right. What else? I'm not going to rant about what I normally rant about today. For the monthly time frame, right? We got 2 weeks left in the month. So there's a lot to talk about here. I want to close the monthly above the previous, this wick right here on the monthly from January 2018. If this wick doesn't hold on the monthly, it's looking pretty likely we're going to at least test down here at... the 14K is such a big monthly support level, right? From December 2018 closes of the all-time highs and the June 2019 highs. This is such a big monthly level. And I like to look at monthly levels because the price action usually ends up settling at, like at the end of the month, usually ends up settling at an important monthly level, all right? And really... you got basically this wick from January 2018 and the 14K level. That's really all you got in between here, right? Other than that, it's wick, candle body. So, this will be an interesting monthly close. What do you guys think? Does Bitcoin close the month above 17,200? Let me know in the chat. Does Bitcoin close? Let me do a poll here. Does Bitcoin close the monthly above 17,200? Let me know in the chat. Yes or no? So basically we got, we're about $300 below, but we got about 2 weeks left to go in the month. So anything can happen. I'm curious what you guys think though. No follow through? No follow through. XR going to be below up to $2 range? That would be pretty cool. Imagine if the settlement XRP case gets settled and it's like a buy the rumor, sell the news. And it ends up dumping after. Oh my lord. Imagine the carnage. Imagine the carnage, man. Right? The XRP price randomly pumps before. You get the XRP settlement and then it dumps. Oh my lord, man. That would be brutal. I've seen crazy things happen in crypto before, like good news actually dumping the price. Anyways, so that's the monthly. Yeah, you guys think Bitcoin close above 17.2? Interesting. I would say I wouldn't be surprised either way, to be honest. I do think just looking at those levels, it makes sense to close above 17.2. Or else you're probably closing the month at 14K. But interesting, man. All right, what else? I think we got to take a look at total market cap today. What's total market cap doing? So far, so good on this. And this is the same thing we talked about. If we want to be anywhat bullish for Bitcoin and crypto in general, Bitcoin's got to break above the previous lows, and so does total market cap, right? Total market cap is sitting right here below the previous lows. I'm actually going to make this box orange. Why? Because we want to make it orange. That's why. Total market cap's going to smack this. It's going to smack out all over the floor. Smack that all on the floor. We got to reclaim this though. Right? Because any move below this could just be a rejection off the support, turn into resistance, right? But it's the same point. If you get the low, basically it's the same kind of schematic, the accumulation schematic we're looking at with Bitcoin, right? If we get a low, the rise, a second low, a rise, that third low that breaks the two previous lows, get everyone petrified, and they are able to reclaim the lows again. You got to start looking at this as, okay, can we get any juice to the upside now? Could this just be a giant fake out spring that pushes us back up? The only way you do it is if you reclaim the lows. Anything below these lows is noise, right? And you still got to be looking for downside if you're anywhere below these lows. Maybe not in the short term, right? I'm expecting to move up in the short term, like the immediate short term. But, at least for like the medium term, you got to respect that. And listen, we could talk Bitcoin all we want, but total market cap's still above that 786 retracement. It's still above there. And you could make the argument that the total market cap's trying to do a double bottom here. You can make that argument. Now, arguments for arguments, I mean, we made arguments all year, right? But, you're still holding that 786, which is right here at about 710 billion. You're still above the previous all-time highs on total market cap, even though Bitcoin's below. And you sort of still have the structure here. But, obviously time will tell with this. It's all a guessing game at this point. And the 786 is still slightly lower, right? So there's nothing saying that Bitcoin can't go lower at this point. There's absolutely nothing. There's really never anything. And I guess the last thing you could sort of say is there still is bullish divergence on the weekly, right? You got lower lows in price action. You got higher lows on the RSI pretty convincingly. So you're above the previous all-time highs. You got the 786 retracement. You got bullish divergence. Man, you just need to see the follow-through. You got to see the follow-through. But follow-through is great. If the NASDAQ starts coming back down and the DXY starts coming back up at a point where Bitcoin finds some resistance in these areas, oh boy, we still got some downside because we still don't know the full effects of this FTX shit, man. We still don't know the full effects of this FTX shit. And we don't even know if there's any other of these companies that might be having the same issues that we don't even know about yet. So, man, we are an interesting time in crypto. We have to decide for ourselves. Don't let anyone tell you what to do. Decide for yourself. Is now a good time to accumulate for me, or am I going to sit this one out? That's where you got to decide for yourself. You know what I mean? Let me know. Actually, no, you don't need to let me know in the chat. I want you guys to stick to your plan, whatever it is. If you guys are waiting for 3K for whatever reason, you do it, man. You do it. You rock that plan, man. You rock that plan better than anyone. Please sell QNT back to $50. I don't know if anyone wants to sell QNT back to $50, bro. You know what I mean? I don't know if anyone wants to do that. All right, what else do we got? So let's go check out Ethereum. Woohoo! Woohoo! Coffee number 3 almost over, guys. Get ready for me to start going nuts. Man, I realized the best way to drink coffee, guys, is coffee with just milk. That's it. We don't do no creamer. We don't drink it black. We don't put any sugar in it. We don't put cream in it. Just milk. If you think anything different, you don't know how to drink coffee. I love offending people. What, you saying I don't know how to drink coffee, bro? I'm saying it, and I'm telling you, you don't know how to drink coffee. Hamilton said, boss, please restart the stream. You guys are starting the stream, man. All right, Ethereum. Look at where Ethereum is finding resistance still, man. Ethereum's still below. Let's go to the daily chart real quick. And this is why I can't get any excited over Ethereum. Ethereum's got to break these level here. We talk about this consistently. We got highs, we got lows that you're now flipping into resistance again. And this is such a key level for Ethereum where we just keep wicking up here and not finding any type of momentum above this level. So listen, I'm playing this level by level at the moment. Ethereum can't seem to snap this. And if we look at the hourly chart, we zoom in, look at the perfect resistance it's finding on this level, man. All right? I mean, just whole ranges just can't break this. And it'll be interesting to see what happens as this 200 moving average comes down. Will it react to this and get that dump back down? Be interesting, right? That's how we did right here. Right? We reacted to it. We got the dump back down as that 200 moving average comes across. So, man, oh man. Let's see the hourly. The hourly chart looks a little wedgy to me. It looks like a little wedgy to me. I don't know if I like this, man. I don't know if I like this at all. It looks a little rising wedgy to me at the moment. Oh, man. Come on, Ethereum. Don't be doing that to me, man. Right at resistance, a rising wedge. Oh, lordy. Lordy. Does Ethereum look a little dumpy right now, guys? Let me know. This doesn't look... I think, actually, the RSI broke down, too, already. Let's see. Yeah, the RSI is starting to break back down, too. Before the price action, so... Ethereum's looking a little iffy today. Looking a little iffy right at resistance right there. We'll watch this going into tonight, but... Man. White sauce kind of sus? No, man. The white sauce on the halal food's delicious. I've eaten that. Actually, I've eaten that 4 times in the last 2 days. That's pretty sad. I can't do any white sauce today. No yogurt today, man. I've had way too much yogurt and mayo the last 2 days. You gotta be saying, Jordan, that's kind of sus. No, we're talking about actual yogurt and mayo, okay? Don't be making jokes in the chat about Jordan eating yogurt and mayo. Lord, man. How do we even get to that? All right. So rising wedge on Ethereum. Will we see the breakdown? Time will tell. Time will tell. But you're at resistance with the rising wedge. With the RSI breaking down if it closes the hourly where it is right now. Let's see. DXY, NASDAQ, getting a little resistance on that 0.5 retracement. Anything else doing really anything? Yeah, you have a couple altcoins doing very well today. QNT up about 11%. It's kind of sad. Look at how far QNT's come up. And it's up 11%. That's pretty sad. I'll play the pump song. I think I can play the pump song here. Hold on. Something's jacked up on this today. Here we go. But, man, we haven't really gotten anywhere. We'll take it, though. B-Money said, love your show and love your haircut. 16,147. 16,147, B-Money. Is that where you're logging? Woo! I love it, man. No, but QNT, I mean, you got a nice move up today, up 11.5%, but still, I mean, you're still below these highs from back here, right? So, I mean, you haven't really reclaimed anywhere yet, unfortunately. I mean, could you get sort of a longer-term pattern that maybe plays out here, you know, where It's at resistance right now. If this gets a little bit of a pullback at this point, retakes these vector candles below, and then starts to come back up, or we get a left shoulder, head, right shoulder formation, and we start to come back up. Sure, that could be the case. And if I zoom in here, it's probably going to look a little bit like ETH. This one's a little bit different. I will see if it will break trend to the downside. But let's see. Any type of divergence playing out here? Yeah, you got some pretty hefty bearish divergence forming here. You got lower lows, or lower highs, and you got higher highs on the RSI. So some pretty hefty bearish divergence at resistance. Will this one pull back? I mean, it's gotten some liquidity back to the downside. So I wouldn't be surprised to see QNT actually pull back to the range, the left shoulder lows. Retake this yellow vector here, and then try to rise back up after that, and then form some type of like inverse head and shoulders, where then it has a target back up to the upside. That probably seems the most logical at this point. Logic doesn't always meet crypto, but we got to respect logic, I guess, sometimes. Bitcoin is holding up, right? And the one thing that can change that is if Bitcoin sort of holds up here. Does Bitcoin have any big resistance? Does Bitcoin have any big sort of divergence on some of these other time frames, though? Let's see. Yeah, so I guess the one thing we can say is if we go to like the 4-hour time frame, it's got some lower highs and higher highs on the RSI. Not confirmed yet. You need to see a little bit more of a rejection here for that can be confirmed, but that's kind of where we're at. Jordan's phrase of the day: we haven't really gotten anywhere. Facts. We have not gotten anywhere, my friends. Nowhere. Zilch, nada. Zichu, cuckoo, Suziku. What else did I want to say today, my friends? What else did I want to say? We get smack up that like button, though. We got 100 likes on the stream. What is this? A ghost town? I know it's a bear market, but shit, man. Come on. Lord. I don't like shilling it, but shit. If we got to do it, we got to do it, man. Lordy. Smack up that like button. Hold on. I don't have it on this. This stream deck is all jacked up right now, man. It's all jacked up. None of the buttons are working. I gotta reset it, which is slightly annoying. Algo's moving. Yeah, I saw Algo was moving today. And it seems like it's moving right now, which is nice. Where's Algo? Algo. You were on my list. Where's Algo? Where are you? Where is you? Here you are. Yeah, nice little move for Algo. Now, Algo's at the same point, right? Where's Algorand now? Well, here it goes. It finds itself right below support. This is a similar what we want to see for Bitcoin, right? We want to see lows, right? Lows be reclaimed. So Algo is basically all it's doing right now, and you got to be cautious of that. I know you see Algo and you're like, holy shit, look at Algorand, man, it's pumping. I know you want to be horse guy and FOMO in at this current moment, man. I know you do. I know the urge is to FOMO in right now, okay? But look where Algo is. It's just below previous support that could easily flip as resistance here. Now, if it gets back above, great. We party like the USA. Then we got some support below us. But right now, it hasn't. I keep saying this all day. It hasn't gotten anywhere. Because it hasn't gotten anywhere. It's still below this huge support level that you don't want to flip as resistance now. If we reclaim that today, awesome. I hope we do. I really, really hope we do. But, I mean, that's kind of where we're at. That's where we're at here. If we close up here today, woo, we'll be partying like the USA. Hey, I'll play the pump. I'll play the pump song. No, I'm not gonna play the pump song for this. I can't play the pump song for 27-cent Algo, man. I can't bring myself to do it, man. It's ridiculous because 2 days ago we were playing the dump song. Well, let's see what Algo does. Awesome moves for Algorand, and if you look at kind of a Fibonacci level, the 0.5. I mean, same thing for Algo. I mean, it's got this liquidity up here to the upside. I really do think they're going to bring the market up before dumping it lower, right? I got this little hunch that they're going to bring the market up before dumping it again. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that they bring it up before dumping it again, or do you think that they just dump it back down? You think they just dump it to 14K? Let me know. Let me know. Do you think the local low is in, or do you think that how should I word this? Or do you think that we see 14K and then they bring the market back up? Let me know. I'll be curious what you guys think. Everyone's got a different opinion right now, right? I don't think anyone's thinking the same at all. All right, so Algo, come on, Algo, come on, man, bring it up for me, baby. Bring it for me, baby. Bring it for me, baby. I mean, there's a lot of altcoins doing well today. Sol, right? Sol still trying to do its thing. Nothing crazy on Sol. I would say the daily bullish divergence playing out pretty nicely so far. Not a huge move, but I mean, it's the same point for Sol. Like, are they just going to dump it down here? Like, are they really not going to bring it up at all to bring it back down? Are they just going to dump it from here? I don't see it. I see them still bringing this up to then try to come back down, right? I still see that more as a more likely option here. Look at all these. Look at this liquidity up here to the upside, man. Are they just going to leave that up here? Woo! Lordy. Lord. The drunk bear said they'll dump, then dump again, then dump. True. One tweet away for a dump or pump. That's absolutely facts, man. No, I think we're more one tweet away from a dump. Like, all you need is like, oh, this exchange is insolvent now. Or, I don't know, what could pump the market right now? XRP, case settled. I'm not going to get excited for that, though, because people have been saying that for 2 years. If your hopium right, I'll say this. If your hopium right now is the XRP case getting settled, you got to find some other hopium, man. Because they've been saying that for 2 years now, bro. You know? Listen, I want it to happen because that's probably going to be good for all of crypto. But at the same point, if your hopium is that the XRP case is going to be the driver to move the price up, I don't know what to tell you, man. You know what I mean? Or maybe it's all plans. Maybe this dump, you got this dump out, right, to sort of shake up the market, and then they have the XRP case that's going to be settled behind closed doors at the time where no one expects it, man. Where would no one expect it right now? So maybe that would be the case. Maybe that would be the case because everyone thinks right now, okay, the government's looking into FTX, all this stuff. They have SEC's looking into this. They have no time to settle this right now. Who knows, man? Who knows? Crypto's over. We've had sources that the XRP case is going to be settled for 2 years, guys. I want it to happen. If I could choose, I would want it to happen right this second, right now. But I doubt it. 10K is the new 120K. I would agree somewhat, but I also don't think 10K is impossible. I don't, because you don't know what's going on behind the scenes, man. Like, listen, 2 weeks ago, we were all like, all right, crypto's looking good. The DXY is coming down, right? Stocks look like they're ready for another move to the upside, which they have gotten, right? The DXY has gotten put to the downside. That analysis was great. But look at the euro. You guys were all shitting on me for the euro. Look at the euro, man. Look at the euro. That played out perfectly. Look at this. You guys were all shitting on me for this. No, the euro's not going to hold up here. Jordan. Right, we broke out. We back tested. We got the rise. Everything was set up. 2 weeks ago, everything was looking pretty good. And then, FTX had to come out and we shat the bed. You know what I mean? We absolutely shat the bed. And that's why right now I think you got to be open to all possibilities because we don't know what else is going on behind the scenes. So I think, and I've made this mistake before to call any level impossible. I don't think any level is impossible, man. I don't. After what's gone down with Luna, what's gone down with, and especially FTX, which is even worse than Luna, in my opinion. So that's where we're at. That is where we're at. BTC is bankrupt. BTC is bankrupt. Look at the euro. The euro's shooting up. You got the British pound breaking out too the last couple days. Finally breaking out in the bear market. Everything's going nicely. But then you got Bitcoin being like this because of one freaking smug bastard. All right? Lord. He pisses me off a little bit, man. But it's okay. It's okay. We sort of they take him by the chin. We look at this as for better opportunities. We thank him right? I mean, we don't thank him, but we sort of say, okay, what's happened has happened. We look at this from a positive note. You got to look at it from a positive note and say, okay, we got cheaper prices because of that shit show. All right, we got to stop looking at everything so negatively. Yes, it's negative as shit, but look at it from a positive standpoint. And when you look at more things positively, more positive things usually happen to yourself. So that's the case we got to look at this time frame. The XY down, stocks way up, and crypto not moving. Why is this? A lot of FUD in crypto right now, man. A lot of FUD in crypto. People still unsure about the FTX situation. Probably people a little bit unsure to buy in the market because they don't know the effects of it. That's why you're seeing, like, if this FTX shit didn't go down at that time, I think crypto would be going nuts right now. This is the perfect environment for crypto to be going nuts. But now there's just a lot of FUD, which, what does FUD mean? FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, which is exactly what you're seeing for crypto right now, which is the unfortunate part of it. So right now, like I said, we haven't really gone anywhere. We're in that. We're waiting for the dust to settle. My short-term targets, I guess, still sort of remain at this point. I mean, let me zoom in a little bit, make sure Bitcoin. Oh man, this is a tough call here, right? Because same thing as Ethereum, Bitcoin's got this little bit of a possible little wedge formation that seems to be coiling up here, right at resistance. But either way, like if Bitcoin comes back down and tests the lows again, I still think you get the rise up and then a rejection, and then sort of initial rejection there. And the same thing for the bulls. The only way this looks any type of bullish to me is if Bitcoin's able to rise, get back above the red box, hold the red box, and we sort of start accumulating here again. That's the only way. Anything below here is absolute noise. And you still got to respect the downtrend as long as we're below the previous support level. That's it. I'm a degen to do. I'm not making fun of everyone. It's like telling Jordan the East sucks. Lord. Back to 20K. I mean, dude, I wouldn't be shocked. I've seen crypto do crazy things before. And I know, guys, we went through this a couple of weeks ago, right? Where everyone was bearish. What can make Bitcoin go up? And then it goes up, right? You don't need anything to happen. I think that's one thing we always forget. Crypto doesn't need anything to happen to make the price go up. The market makers want to bring the price up, they will. You don't need something, right? If there's liquidity to the upside, which there is, a lot of people went short right here, man. That's all you need the reason to bring it back to the upside. So there is a reason for them to bring back to the upside. It's just a matter of, do they want to do it now or do they want to bring it down first again to bring it back up? You don't know. And that's why we sort of hear and we speculate. But this is sort of the way I see it. It's like we see this. Everyone's super bearish, and we know that after the biggest capitulation events in Bitcoin's history, right? After those biggest bearish weeks that we see, there is usually a retrace to the upside, okay? And I know that sounds crazy, like, oh, but we're bearish. We already talked about this earlier, but I said, like, go look at Bitcoin's all the biggest capitulations in history. Capitulation, retrace back up. Capitulation, retrace back up, right? Capitulation, retrace back up. Let's keep it rocking and rolling. And I'm not saying we're gonna go to a bull market, just saying retrace back up. Capitulation, retrace. Let's keep it rocking and rolling. Capitulation. This is the one where you actually did get a retrace, but it actually went a little bit lower here in 2018, which to me, this is probably the most logical scenario to me. Is something like 2018, where you get the capitulation. You do have a green week this week. I do think this week will be green. You get the retrace, but then you go for that last little one to shake everyone out. And this could be that 14K. This could be that 14K region right there, right? Where sort of you get the 16K, you get the retrace, get everyone a little bit bullish again. You dump it on them, back to 14K, slight lower low, and then we sort of go for our longer term bear accumulation. In that range, right? So I think this is the more logical scenario. Does it always have to be logical? No. And then that's what makes crypto fun. And the last year has been, the last 2 years actually have been pretty insane for crypto. When you think about it, it's like, think about the price action we've gotten the last 2 years, guys. I mean, it's been nuts. It's been unlike any other time in crypto that we've seen, where we get this double top, which I think now we can confirm this has a lot to do with these leveraged hedge funds and these leveraged exchanges getting retail to FOMO back in at the second leg to the upside. I think we can all agree that's what the second leg was at this point, right? Especially with the what happened tweets that we're not going to go over. We'll go over those tonight when SBF starts tweeting again. Yeah, I mean, think about the 2 years we've been through, guys. I mean, absolute insane parabolic run. Bitcoin was going up faster than 2017 in 2020. And then you get a distribution top. You don't get the blow off top. You get the rise back down, right? Everyone think we're going into a bear market. We get a slight bear trend, right? We come back up, make a slightly higher high, get rejected, and then we this whole ride down, right? This whole ride down. Everyone's calling for some type of bull rally, right? We haven't had a bull rally. We haven't had a bull rally, and Bitcoin pretty much just goes straight down with no really any relief bounce. It's been a crazy last 2 years, man. Crazy. And I don't think it's going to be done getting crazy. I think we get a lot of unexpected shit that's about to happen, too, over the next couple months. It's been crazy. It's been crazy. Bitcoin right now is trying to break this resistance again. Come on, BT Sizzle. Get up there, boy. Get up there, boy. It's been crazy. Ripple swell tomorrow. Big announcement, possible announcement working with UK for CBDC. That could be interesting. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, Lord. Crypto Arbitrage said, on a positive note, I called Stanford Law Dean and demanded they fire Barbara Fried. He had 23 different holding companies. Number one site, dial 2. Holy moly. Calling Stanford to fire Barbara Fried. Holy Lord, man. That's pretty intense. Let me see what else you guys said. Murray said, yeah, we answered that, Murray. Appreciate the super chat. And same thing with Crypto Arbitrage. Jumper said, how do I become a member, Jordan? Click the little plus sign below, or no, the little dollar sign below, and I think it's a membership. Or no. It says join, subscribe below, and then it says join next to it. That's how you join if you want to join, man. It'll be awesome to have you in here, Jumper. Because Jumper's been here forever, man. I know Jumper's been here forever. Holy Lord. Liquid said, oh, that was from yesterday. He said, thanks for being cool. Liquid, if you're in here, man, thanks for being cool, too. Thanks for being cool. All right. I think the market's waiting for Bitcoin at the moment to see if Bitcoin wants to smack this little short-term resistance. Yeah, I guess nothing's really changed in my view here from yesterday. Let's see what else we got. Man. Yeah, I'm dying to see, man. If I could fast forward a month and see where Bitcoin is, that would be freaking not fast forward, but see in the future where the Bitcoin price will be in a month. I would be fascinated to see, right? And it goes back to that famous question: would you guys rather know? Would you guys? I forget what the question was, but man. What do you guys think the price of Bitcoin will be 1 month from today? 1 month from today. I love these questions because they have absolutely no meaning. Like, probably no one will be correct. What will be the Bitcoin price 1 month from today? Let me know. Are you any leverage longs? No, Chris. I am not, man. I bought spot at 16K Bitcoin and Ethereum, and that was sort of my quote-unquote trade, even though most of that's hodl position. Top in middle of December. Let's see. Let's check out Costa. Costa. Drew, we need more merch shop. I want to buy some t-shirts with... I'll look into that. I'll create more t-shirts and stuff. I'll create some t-shirts, some more mugs and shit like that. I want to make a hat. But the website that fortunately YouTube partners with, you can't make hats. But that's okay. That's okay. One day. Jumper, what's going on, buddy? There he is. Jumper's in the chat. You gotta love it, man. I can't play the Let's Go to the Moon sound because the stream deck is all jacked up this morning. I gotta reset it. AKA, like if you ever call the help desk, excuse me, the stream deck isn't working. How do I fix it? Unplug it and plug it back in. And then you just feel like a dumbass. And then you just, that's what you do and it's fixed. You want to fix anything? Unplug it and plug it back in. It'll usually work. Or you smack it a little bit. You guys remember back in the day, you ever had a Nintendo? And it wasn't working, and you're like, damn, why the freaking this thing working? You blow it in the freaking cassette thing. You're like, and you put it back in, and it still doesn't work. And then all of a sudden, like the one thing that works, that used to work, is you smack it. You go, you smack the top of it, and somehow it worked. It's like out of all the things they can come up with, I remember back in the day, you had to blow in those little cassette things. Oh, man. Lordy. All right. Dude, Chiliz is going. Chiliz has been a beast. I say this every day. Chiliz has been beast in this bear market, bro. Can we get a little pump song going for Chiliz? I think so. Oh, come on, man. What are we doing? Hey! Look at Chiliz, man. Algo's coming up too. Woohoo! Chiliz has been a beast. But no, Chiliz up about 14% of the day. You got any guys own Chiliz? I don't know if you got any guys own Chiliz. But I mean, Chiliz just seems to always want to hold this range, right? Other than the really like big June capitulation. I mean, look at this range for Chiliz, right? Look at this shit, man. Bounce. Oh my God, I loves that range. And here it comes up again. You know, to test the inevitable trend line that comes up like this for Chiliz. But crazy shit. Crazy freaking shit, right? Bearish divergence played out. You got the pullback. I mean, Chiliz actually looks pretty good. I mean, it retraced back up, higher low, and now it's going for those highs again. It's got liquidity to the upside. It makes sense for it to rise up, right? And come back up and take this vector candle here, right? You see this vector candle here, come back up or take this, and at that point probably find resistance and come back down. But and all in all, it's good fun at the moment. If you're in some type of Chiliz trade or you bought some down here, that's looking pretty good, man. I mean, from the lows, up about 52% from the lows just from a couple days ago. Not too shabby. What else is there? XRP looks like it's coming up a little bit. Looks like most alts are coming up after Bitcoin had a little bit of a pop. Not a pop, but a slight move up. Let's see. Algorand was the other one that was moving like a charm here. Algorand now at that 0.5 retracement though. So Algorand now at the lows and the 0.5 retracement. This is where I'd look for a rejection on Algo if it's going to find a rejection. Breaks above the 0.5. I think we got a little more juice to the upside there. Uniswap's been a hot ticket. Uniswap's now came up and took that vector candle we talked about. Boom! I think this one's still got some more upside too. You got this obviously this downtrend of resistance coming down like this. Still think this one's got, whether it comes down and comes back up again, this one's still got some upside here. Before ultimately, same thing. Probably come back down to the lows again. And we rinse and repeat. But yeah, it seems like everything's coming up a little bit with Bitcoin hovering here at 17K. And we still haven't broken this resistance yet for Bitcoin. So I wouldn't get too carried away with even the altcoins, right? Because Bitcoin still hasn't done shit. That's my favorite saying for today. I took a little bit left of my trading money, gave up on trading, and bought CHD with it. Nice, Mike. You gotta love it, man. Hey, listen, you made more money probably buying CHD than you trading the last couple days. So it is what it is. It is what it is. A lot of times, like, you got a bunch of... There's no problem with trading. It's just that the problem with trading is like, for most people is you can be a good trader, but that one trade can fuck up everything for you, right? And that's why sometimes just buying support with that money on spot and being patient and waiting for it to go higher is better than trying to like just pop all these leverage trades. That's just me, right? And that's why for me it's like, for my personality and for my attention span, which is very, very low, I need to sort of I'd rather swing trade than do the little short-term trades, in my opinion. For my personality, I don't have the patience, man. I can't even talk about one subject for longer than 2 seconds. You think I got the patience for? You think I got the? No, I'm gonna go nuts. Any hold for GRT? Yeah, I mean, every altcoin is down, man. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and shit on any altcoin. GRT is all the way back down here. There's many altcoins that look like this. This looks like the same as Gala. It's like the same as Cadena. This looks like the same as any lower cap altcoin. It looks like Solana. I mean, this looks like a lot of altcoins. But I mean, at the moment, it is what it is. But this is yeah. I mean, that's it. That's a lot of the altcoin market right now. I don't think that's anything like, oh, GRT is a piece of shit. You know, it's just more of the whole crypto market is struggling, right? So, am I a big fan of GRT? No. I mean, not that I'm not a huge fan. It's just really ever since that like big February move where everyone was hopping on the GRT train, it really never did anything. Like even like when the rest of the market was going up in like March, April, GRT was going down while the rest of the market was going nuts, right? And even at the end of last year, it just showed no strength, right? Where the rest of the market was going nuts from about, you know, what is it, July to November, GRT really only went up a little bit when the rest of the market was going nuts. And ever since then, it's been pretty brutal. I like to see strength in the move in certain times, right? So like I look at GRT, I just don't see any strength. Doesn't mean it can't come back. But I like to see some strength in those times. Like, I always like to say, like, Matic, for example, I mean, look at the strength in these times, right? In July move, massive strength. In the bear market, massive strength. This is how you know this one's got strength in it, right? Even in a bear market, it's holding up pretty well. What's another good example? BNB, right? July, massive move. In the bear market, has held up pretty freaking well. These are the ones that show strength, and these are the ones that you really want to see do well. I mean, it's even some other ones that you wouldn't expect. Like, you see these consolidation ranges. Like, these are upwards consolidation ranges, versus these other altcoins that are kind of just bleeding lower. I don't know. It's not that I don't like GRT. It's just really since that February hype, hasn't really done shit, you know? Let's see. I remember those sleepless nights watching my S&P futures trades, making or losing $50 a pip. No more. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Wayne. that's my opinion too. I just don't. My head just doesn't have the. Not that I don't. It's the opposite of not having patience. Whatever that it is. That's just not it. All right. Let's see what the NASDAQ's doing. NASDAQ still at the 0.5 retracement, and looks like the DXY is trying to retrace back up here. So this is the big point for the DXY. Like, is this going to get a reversal back to the upside here? We'll find out. This is a big support level in the DXY right here. Anyways, guys, I think I'm going to call it a stream for... Oh, hold on. Crypto Arbitrage say, can you check out Render? I got you. I'll check out Render. Render token. I earn a GRT Maxi. All right, let's check out Render. Render token. Woohoo! Well, let's check out Matic. All right, Render. What do we got? What do we got on Render token? What do we got cooking? This one's just volatile as hell, man. Look at this thing. Whoop, whoop. Render was going nuts before the FTX shit, and obviously that just kind of killed the momentum there. But I mean, you look at where render came back down to. I mean, I can't hate it at this level either. I mean, it's the level where it's gotten, you know, 1 bounce, 2 bounces, 3 bounces, 4 bounces. Everyone wants to get bearish at support again. A lot of these altcoins are just kind of chilling where they were not too long ago. Like, a lot of the altcoins have been stronger than Bitcoin. And I know that sounds crazy, but like we said, Bitcoin's below its support, but altcoins are holding up above supports, which I found fascinating during these times, right? I mean, in 2018, altcoins probably would have been shattered by now, but altcoins are holding up like rocks. But no, render, I mean, you're sort of just holding the lows here. You got a fast move down. You know, what do they say about the fast move down? Fast move down usually gets retraced, at least a little bit. So same thing for this one. I wouldn't be surprised to see this one rise up over the course of the next couple days. And then if they want to smack it back down, that's the case where they smack it back down. But really, so far, I mean, you're just in a big range. Sideways between, other than that one deviation in June, it's just sideways between 90 cents and 42 cents. I mean, at this point, you just play the ranges, right? Low, high, low, high, low. Is it going to come back to the highs again? You've just been going sideways, really, right? It's euphoria, fear. Euphoria, fear. Euphoria, fear. You know, that's where you're at. So I do think this one will retrace from this level, though. At least a little bit. At least a little bit. Just a little bit more. And that's it. All right, guys. I think I'm going to call it a stream here because we've been live for like an hour. That's all I got for the morning time frame. Let's see what Bitcoin does over the course of the day. I still do think they bring it up to smack it back down. We sort of have our bullish scenario where if we break certain levels and we hold certain levels, that we could end up turning into like some bullish spring, like wick off accumulation shit. But we haven't done it. So, and until that happens, we still got to look at this as a bearish market structure at the current moment. It can change, but right now nothing has changed. Okay. All right. I'll catch you guys later. See you guys at 7. Let's see where the market comes up to later on. So far, I mean, the day's not too bad. DXY down, stock market's up, Bitcoin up. So not too bad of a day. Well, let's see how the rest of the day goes, because we know that shit can change very, very quickly, my friends. All right, later. Peace. And let's hope for the XRP case settlement somehow, some way, that they come out and they settle the case. Somehow. I doubt it. I doubt it, but there's a lot of rumors going around with that today. Peace.